Hey guys, this is a replay from Cooler, a friend of mine that I used to play with in Hard, and he's playing his Borsig right here, his Rheinmetal, and he is on Encounter Redshire, and let's see what he does, because it was a great game. He's going towards the middle, towards the cap. There's lots of bushes there for him to hide in, so they could work. But they changed his map drastically, so I'm not sure how much you can do from the middle at this moment. I do know that the right side is pretty important. If you can take that or push that, then you're controlling a large part of the map. Left side as well, but that's harder to push. And there's the first T-3485 that didn't know what was going on. He got shot really hard. But the enemy is pushing on this 90 line. Could sees that, probably missed KV or T-150. Because his shell went down pretty fast. He's not spotted, so you can just sit there. But they are behind the small little hill. So they have to come over like this Centurion did, in order for him to hit them. And he also has some guys still sitting somewhere in the back of his team, but the enemy is not really, so at this moment his Centurion 1 gets shot to pieces and the enemy is going to do some capping. The first thing he shot is T-1, there's no RT, so that's good, but the cap is still going on, and there's lots of guys on the 1-2 line that could and should move in. He's deciding to help the other side first, the 90 line, because they have lots of tier 8s of the enemy. So you can just take some of those out. They're one-shotables. And if they're done, then they can just flank the cap circle as well. So there goes the second one. And it's encounter, so the cap doesn't go as fast as a normal to shoot. But it's still like two guys all the way in the back. One of which is tier 8, 5100. But the VK is going into the cap. So it's stopped for now. But the question is for how long. The zero line is basically lost. There was another T-34 and IS. But the VK is doing well in the cap. He's not really getting shot at. And the 5100 of the enemy that pushed forward on the one line is taking some serious damage. But now they're getting bold and pushing this VK. So Cooler takes out T-29. And he's gonna try and get this Centurion. Takes him out as well. T-1 is still harassing Cooler. The VK is dead. at least there's 2 cappers less. This Pershing is annoying and making it hard for Kuler's team to have a nice battle here. Okay, one is busy with the Churchill 7. But that one is getting in the position where Kuler can hit, but he's too late. So the IS and T-4 one-shot balls, the cap is stopped by the M5 Stuart and the K1S. So because of that reason, and because there's a tier 8 plus a tier 7 coming from the back, Kuler goes there first, takes out these guys. First the T-4. And then he just takes out the IS. They were both really low health, but taking those two out just enables his team and himself to have some more peace. Because there is still a T-71. K1 has, I think, hasn't moved at all. He has been staying at those buildings at D5. And the Pershing is still in the cap, so they just have to work together here, and then they can just finish this game. The 5100 is taking some serious damage, also from the T-71, I believe. And he only does one shot, so that's not good. But the Pershing is now one shot for Kuler, a good one shot. 490 average damage per shot, so you should be able to take him out. He's still waiting. There's now 2 in the cap, but the cap has stopped. So the K1 has moved finally. T-71 coming from the right. Kuler is not paying attention because he's pinging map. But that is not a problem because the T-71 did not finish Kuler, did not finish him in time. So he is really lucky here. And also lucky that the Pershing K1s aren't really pushing for Kuler because they know he is there. And unfortunately he has a pretty average shot at the Pershing, but he is one shot now. K1 has 2 shot. And taking this snapshot at the Pershing. Only the K1S alive, and he is spotted, and they have enough players, so he's going in 40 pulls, and I think well deserved with 5k damage. So let's check it out. He did not get his mastery badge, but he did get a medal that I think is Langblades. I should look it up in a second. Also pulse medal, of course, because of the 10 kills. High caliber, 5k damage, most damage of the team probably. Top gun and also sniper. So let me check this medal first, because yeah, it's the Langblades medal. Awarded to the player who destroys 4 or more enemy vehicles that were in the process of capturing the player base, and which he did. So that was really nice. He did 5k damage, 10 kills, good for a base experience of 1422. And as you can see, he did by far the most damage of his team. There's 2 guys that did 2800. And 1 guy that did 2k, but the rest did even less than 1000, so really nice job. He fired 17 times, he missed twice. In my opinion, there were 2 blind fires that he missed, but could be wrong. And the others were all penetrations, but there were a couple that did not deal damage, 1 or 2 maybe. And he also has 65 base defense points because well, he was trying to save the cap the whole time. So a nice 2133 experience with a triple, and a great game in my opinion.